ครับสวัสดีครับผมภัสกร
Good evening. I am Pasakon Patombut and Kun Dwangtip Chomprang. We will be the two moderators. May look a little bit unusual because I'm up here and Kun Dwangtip is downstairs. So for our panelists, there will be 9 of us. Today will be very important session for this seminar because there will be a summary of the last session, all the sessions from yesterday and today. And so what are the important issues to build on? We want you all to be participants, just like a big round table. You can raise your hand and express yourself. We want your comments. You are a very important person to as driving force for the development in Thailand. I would like to introduce the Thai side, Dr. Kanchana Sud, the chairman of Thai Internet Society, and Dr. Tavisakor Namtakul, the director of Nectar, Kun Champada Sawangsamut, director of Energy Excellence of the Industry Coordinators สำหรับผู้เชี่ยวชาญต่างประเทศนะคะก็ประกอบด้วยท่านโซฟีแมดดอนซึ่งเป็น Senior Director ของ Group ISOC นะคะและดรโรฮันจากไลน์เอเชียเป็นผู้เชี่ยวชาญทางด้านนโยบายของเอเชียแปซิฟิกดรสมิธจากแอปนิกนะคะเอพีนิกแล้วก็คุณรัชนิตซิงห์
Regional Bureau and myself
ครับผมจะเริ่มอย่างนี้ครับเดี๋ยวผมจะ
I would like by summarizing what has happened since yesterday. For the first round, we would like the Thai expert to add, because I might miss some points, in order to point out the problems or the issues that Thailand or requirement that Thailand need to consider in order to move forward or to solve such problem. So that's the first round, and then our expert to put in their comments. From yesterday, we had 3 sessions like innovation and future track, technology track. And for the opening ceremony, we had special seminar by high executive officers who told us about their dreams for the future, so we can recall, like use smart ID card to do everything. We don't have to fill in the hard copies, and also protocol system of the courts and so on. For the plenary session, there had been different perspective. Had talked about the dream of ISOC and her personal dream about taking into account the cultural aspect. As for government, Dr. Sak, the director of ETA, he talked about e-service of the government and like Salaban as a service. Salaban is like admin. And there had been no such services, or that's the on part of the government to use internet in developing the country. As for IPv6, we had a full room because it was hot issue, because the cabinet just passed CT ministry. We talk about the target or the goals for 10 1,000 schools to have IPv6 by the next 2 years. How they will be ready, how we should prepare ourselves. For the panel session, can be summarized that most of the service provider, like corporate customer, they are ready to provide service, but not automatic default. So each have to ask for permission on a case-by-case basis. So ADSL has not supported, and the box at home or Wi-Fi cannot support IPv6. So there will be problem for 3G service. Mostly now it's the service that, excuse me, for 3G it hasn't touched on IPv6, so we want to wait for the total coverage of the country. So, sorry, the voice. The voice has gone dead. ไม่ได้ยิน So sorry for that. So the technician is now trying to solve the problem. Okay, it's here. Now we have to download it on YouTube, and your friends can take a look. But because of our PC, so we can contact direct, like peer group, and that you can send video through each other directly through web browser. So you can use this function through this. So there will be for
for WebRTC, it's a new software, new API. We can work on. We have to work with other bodies to work on the standards for connection, because we can have a new media stream, new connection. We can bring in the new knowledge base, new experts through the new media stream using the WebRTC. That's one thing that we benefit from when we heard from ISOC. For the cloud computing, we have another session on the cloud environment, cloud computing. We heard that we have to change paradigms. We have to shift our paradigms to embrace the new cloud environment. Previously, we learned about the C languages, and we have to think about the development of the Google app engines and everything, but it's different from the idea of a single server, because we will have cloud, but we have a lack of human resources who can implement a cloud system. And somebody mentioned about the security and privacy issues implementing cloud. And for another session, we have somebody pinpoint the statistic of the internet penetration about 36%. But for e-commerce purpose, we have the statistics from 2010. For B2C, it's about 60 billion, but I'm not sure about the currency, whether it is baht or US dollars. So without further ado, we have another session discussing the rural access. The panelists in that session have discussed and raised different issues. Basically, it related to the limited coverage of the broadband infrastructure, and we still need the financial support and the plan to install the broadband and everything. I think I might miss something, but I will need your support from Thai panelists who attended those sessions. So I'm sorry if I could not make the summary that complete. So may I firstly ask the Thai panelists to to discuss about it for 5 minutes each. So I would like to start off by Kun Kanchana. Okay.
As we can see, what we have talked for 2 days, there have been many issues that are still pose the problem for our country, especially the accessibility of the population or the general public, especially in provincial areas, in remote areas as well. So we know that there has been some funding, but I just wonder why it hasn't been down there. What is the most interesting is that we talk many times that we have a shortage of engineer and human resources. So I think this is one issue from this seminar. So we have to take into account as to how to produce human resources with the internet knowledge, whether basic internet or other angles of the internet in order to work as lawyers or whatever, like accountants or so and so on, including internet engineers who are really very much in need. So if we don't have a sufficient number of engineers, we can expand or develop better. So accessibility is the important problem, and also the shortage of human resources. Kun Ajahn Thuisak, please. So far, I think the problem about conducting or adopting strategy that need to have many dimensions about the country at the level of underdeveloped and developed country or developed. So whether we have accessibility or how much affordability they can have, how can we produce or provide the device that can be affordable. And for the developed country level, do we have any information for the people to make use for business operation, or do we have services for SMEs to exploit in order to help them with their livelihood? And at the level of developed, then we'll wonder whether we have used the internet for building knowledge and develop people to be able to learn by themselves at the level of capacity. So at that level, then we'll have the problem how to issue legislation to enable people to use internet better and reduce the government's burden, because the government can do more, but they don't have to add more human resources, but let the private sector to participate in the development of the country. And finally, the government section must issue the laws to encourage the people to use internet better and better. So motivation might be through the regulators, and we should have the law about prohibition or protection against the cyber crimes or other illegal things to protect the people from being violated in terms of their privacy. And if the people have to go to court, then electronic evidence should be able to be applied in the court proceedings, and to make electronic evidence more reliable and with high reliability, just like other developed countries. So Thailand is now considered a developing country, so we might have less problem finally, but we cannot be careless. I just want to compare like Thailand when compared with one neighboring country. When we look at the statistic, it might be kind of frightening because the use of internet. In Thailand, we have used it for a long time, but the increasing is very slow.
อย่างรวดเร็ว
Overtaking
And
us.
some other countries are already
ไปเข้า App Store แล้วก็ดู
they bypass us in terms of the bandwidth usage. And if we look at the Play Store application developers, we have only a few hundred of developers. But if we look at our neighboring countries, they have like 100,000 applications developed and posted on the Play Store. And one of the key neighboring countries, that if you look at the download speed, they surpassed us a long time ago. And if we look at different services and also he also mentioned about the in terms of the industries, basically in the past, we have to went through different layers. We have a middleman, we have to went to brokerage. But in different businesses, we do not have the mediators. There is no brokers anymore. And in the industry sector, we foresee that there will be even more changes in the future. It's kind of unpredictable changes we cannot see at the moment. And at this point, we have the B2B, and we also have the more advertisement through the small agency, to small social media. And I think all of you already watch the satellite TVs. We have so many satellite television, and if you look at each household and you saw different colors of the satellite dishes, they all got the satellite channels without any regulated body, and they just show different kind of advertisement without reach from the law enforcement. So, and we have the different cases studies that in certain sector they just create their own business by using the social media. They use the digital TV, or they use websites, marketing approaches, and everything. They just build up their own business. And for example, one of the green tea brand, this brand just use social media only, and they can jump up from a small player to a second rank provider of the green tea drink. And they only use the social media, and and this guy got like millions of followers. So the followers just follow this brand in order to win some prize back after buying a drink. So these are new aspects that we have to look into. It is become opportunities, and at the same time it's become threats for industry. But I think it shows that the small guys can leverage the social media